The air hung heavy and still. Ancient stone pulsed with a life of its own. Our heroes were trapped. The lost fortress held them captive. This was no ordinary fortress. It was a labyrinth, a maze designed to confuse and confound. Every turn breathed danger. Every shadow held a threat. Escape seemed impossible. Akiko, the brave leader, drew her sword with determination. The weight of her responsibility was heavy, but her resolve was unshakable. She knew that every step she took could mean the difference between life and death for her and her companions. Her eyes scanned the shadows, searching for a way out. The ancient corridors were filled with hidden dangers, and Akiko's keen senses were on high alert. Every flicker of the torchlight could reveal a hidden passage or a lurking enemy.
Rika, the quick-witted strategist, studied the walls for clues. The ancient runes held secrets that only a sharp mind could decipher. She knew that understanding these symbols could unlock the path to their escape or reveal the traps set by their enemies. Her mind raced, piecing together the secrets of the maze. Each clue she uncovered brought them one step closer to freedom. Rika's intellect was their greatest asset in this labyrinth of shadows and danger.
Toru, the strong and silent warrior, stood guard with unwavering vigilance. His presence was a pillar of strength for the group. In the face of uncertainty, his calm demeanor provided a sense of security. His hand rested on the hilt of his axe, ready to defend his friends at a moment's notice. Toru's loyalty and courage were unmatched, and he was prepared to face any threat that came their way.
Master Takeda, the wise old mentor, observed everything with a calm gaze. His years of experience had taught him the value of patience and foresight. He knew that every decision made in this fortress could have far-reaching consequences. He knew the dangers that lurked within the fortress. The flickering torches cast eerie shadows on the walls, and the glowing runes hinted at ancient powers. Master Takeda's wisdom was their guiding light in this dark and treacherous place.
The ground rumbled beneath their feet, sending vibrations through the ancient stone walls. Dust and small debris fell from the ceiling, creating an atmosphere of impending doom. A giant stone door sealed their fate, its intricate carvings depicting scenes of ancient battles and forgotten lore. The heavy door closed with a resounding thud, echoing through the corridor. A puzzle of tiles glowed ominously in the dim light, each rune pulsating with an eerie energy. The patterns seemed to shift and change, as if alive, challenging anyone who dared to solve it. It was a deadly game, a test of wit and courage. The ancient corridor seemed to whisper secrets of those who had failed before, their spirits lingering in the shadows. One wrong move, and the consequences would be dire. The air was thick with tension, and the very stones seemed to watch, waiting for the next move.
Rika stepped forward, her eyes narrowed in concentration. She could feel the weight of the moment, the pressure of the lives depending on her. She had to solve the puzzle. Each tile held a clue, a piece of the larger mystery that could either save them or doom them all. The lives of her friends depended on it. Their anxious faces watched her every move, their hopes pinned on her ability to decipher the ancient code.
A voice echoed through the chamber. It was Ren, a mysterious boy who knew the secrets of the fortress.
I've been trapped inside for years. I've seen the dangers firsthand.
Ren agreed to help, but his motives were unclear. Could they trust him, or would he lead them further into danger? The passage narrowed, forcing them to move single file. The walls dripped with moisture, creating an eerie, almost suffocating atmosphere. Every step echoed, amplifying the sense of isolation and danger. The air grew thick with tension, as if the very walls were closing in on them. Each breath felt heavier, laden with the weight of the unknown. The oppressive atmosphere made it hard to think clearly, but they had to stay focused. Swinging blades guarded their path, each one a deadly obstacle. The blades moved with a menacing rhythm, slicing through the air with a whisper that promised death. They had to time their movements perfectly to avoid the lethal traps. Each swing was a whisper of death, a reminder of the peril that lay ahead. The blades were relentless, their sharp edges gleaming in the dim light. One wrong move, and it would all be over.
Stay close, everyone. We must move with precision. Follow my lead and watch your step. This is no place for mistakes.
Akiko, Rika, Toru, and Master Takeda moved with precision, their training evident in every step. They had faced many challenges together, and their bond was unbreakable. Each member knew their role and executed it flawlessly. Their teamwork was flawless, their trust in each other absolute. They communicated with subtle gestures and quiet whispers, ensuring that everyone was in sync. This was a test of their unity as much as their individual skills.
We can do this. Just stay focused. Remember your training and keep your eyes on the path ahead. We've come too far to fail now.
Watch out, here comes another one. Stay sharp and be ready to move at a moment's notice. These traps are designed to catch us off guard.
They dodged and weaved, their hearts pounding in their chests. The flickering torches cast eerie shadows, making it difficult to distinguish between reality and illusion. Every step was a gamble, but they had no choice but to press on. They had survived this challenge, but the sense of relief was fleeting. The labyrinth was a living entity, constantly shifting and presenting new dangers. They knew they couldn't let their guard down, not even for a moment. But the labyrinth held more dangers, each more insidious than the last. The walls seemed to whisper secrets, hinting at the trials yet to come. They had to stay vigilant, for the true test was still ahead. They could feel it in their bones, a deep, unsettling sense of foreboding. The air was thick with anticipation, and every shadow seemed to hide a threat. They steeled themselves for what lay ahead, knowing that their journey was far from over.